What's up guys, it's TheTriGuy here. Today I am going to be making a little vlog type video. You asked for it, the vlogs are back. So today I'm riding my new bike, my new commuter, for the first time to school. I left a little bit early because I want to kind of show it off and make a little video of it. So I'm just going to be doing a few trails on my way to school and show you guys a little bit more about the bike. And later on I'll explain to you kind of how I got it, what's up with it, and what are the specs and all that. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Segment coming up that's kind of on my way to school that I kind of like to do, and I think I'll get the KOM this time with my new bike. It's a lot faster. Usually I do it on my mountain bike, so no really chance of going fast, but I'll do this segment and then I'll explain to you guys what's going on with the bike. For a little bit of explaining. Why did I buy another bike? This is going to be my fourth new bike this year, which is kind of insane but really awesome. So basically the main thing was that I was kind of done with using my Guru as a commuter. The main reason was that there's basically a trail along the river. I live by the side of the river here, and the university that I go to is also along the river, and there's a really nice trail that goes all the way here, and it makes it a lot faster to take that trail than to have to go on Pembina Highway, which is a big road that I actually got hit by a car on last year, and I kind of since then was kind of finding it a little bit sketchy riding on the roads. It would have been totally fine, but it's kind of nice just to have that extra sense of security to just be on a trail with no cars. So I had kind of tried out that trail a few years ago when I was starting to come here, and I didn't really know too much about it, didn't really use it very much. I just figured, oh, I'll just take the road, whatever. And this year I kind of used it a little bit more, tried it with my Guru, and it's just a little bit too tough to take it on the Guru. And you can't really fit wider tires on that bike since it's basically a road bike, so there's not a lot of clearance. And I kind of tried it a few times. It was okay, but as soon as it would get muddy, I really couldn't do much. So I kind of figured the better bike would be to get a cyclocross, which is exactly what I got here. So my buddy Bryce, who's on the triathlon team, you guys probably remember him from videos, he was looking for a commuter. I decided to sell my Guru to him for a really good deal, sold it to him pretty cheap, and put that money towards a new cyclocross bike. So it essentially paid for about half of the bike and ended up getting a new bike for not too much. And the thing with getting a cyclocross bike as a commuter is that obviously I'm not just going to use it as a commuter. That'd be way too overkill. This is a really nice bike, and just to have it as a commuter is kind of dumb. But I mean, I've always wanted to try cyclocross, and I find it a lot of fun. And I had tried cyclocross before, and it's basically the perfect bike for Winnipeg here, where there isn't too many like really intense mountain biking trails. So most of them you can just do on a cyclocross and do them a lot faster than on a mountain bike and have a lot more fun. So I kind of figured that's the perfect fit. I always wanted a cyclocross, so I just figured I would get one and use it as a commuter. That's kind of my excuse, is that it's a good commuter, but I can also use it for a trail ride. now that you guys know why I got the bike, I'm going to explain to you a little bit which bike I got and what are the components, what's it got on it, and why I picked this one. So this is a Cannondale CAADX Ultegra. So pretty high component group, pretty nice bike. It's an aluminum frame with a carbon fiber fork, so it's a little bit heavier than my Guru was. It won't be quite as light as the nicest cyclocross bikes that are carbon fiber, but obviously I didn't have a ton of money to spend on a commuter bike, basically, so I wanted to keep it a little bit cheaper. Cannondale makes really good aluminum frames, so I wasn't too worried about that, and I really like the bike so far. I went with Ultegra because the main reason I wanted this spec of bike is because it has the hydraulic disc brakes, which none of the other bikes had. And at this price range, most other brands, even Trek, most of the brands that we can get at my shop don't have hydraulic disc brakes at this price point. So that was kind of a big selling factor, and I honestly love these brakes so far, and I've only ridden them a couple times, but it's really awesome. The other thing is that out of all the paint schemes for the CAADX, the 105 one is a little bit different, the TheTriGuy one is different. This is the one that I liked the most. I'm not 100% in love with this color. I was kind of hoping this blue would be a little bit more blue. It's kind of gray, but I think the kind of bright yellow Cannondale logos really make it pop and stand out, so I don't mind it as much, but I definitely like this color better than the other ones. So that's kind of another reason why I went with this one. Not the only reason, obviously, but color does make a difference. And then, of course, it's nice to have the Ultegra, so super smooth shifting, super nice. The brand new stuff with this really nice front derailleur that one took me a long time to figure out how to set up that derailleur because I didn't know how, but I did get it set up properly, so now the bike is mint and ready to go. Now, another reason why I went with Cannondale is with the employee programs at the bike shop that I work at, you can only order 2 Trek bikes per year, you can only order 2 Cannondale bikes per year. I think you can only order 1 Cervelo, so there's kind of a limit on how many bikes you can get. I was looking at getting a Trek Crockett, which is basically the exact same aluminum cyclocross bike, but I couldn't get it obviously because I've already got my Trek Pro Caliber, my mountain bike, and my Amonda, my road bike. So I had to go with Cannondale, which is not a bad thing at all. I honestly love this Cannondale bike. And even though I kind of was looking at the Crockett, this one is a better value for the components, which the Crockett at the same price point didn't have hydraulic brakes. It had the TRP, which is cable actuated hydro brake, so it's not quite as nice. Still really nice brakes, but I kind of like this one. So that's kind of it with the bike. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. I'm going to do a little bit more trail riding, and then I'm going to be heading off to school for some classes. First off, let me thank you, Camp, for one of the hottest tracks I ever heard. Goddamn, that's downright rugged track down south, loving that feeling, that catching them vibes, yeah. Goes deep, I can feel it through my system. Bass kicking, yeah, baby, get some. I'm riding down this whole song while I'm swerving on my drive. Yeah, yeah. Don't stop, got my foot on the pedal. So hot that I could just rap off to the thump while I bump it up, yeah, yeah. Now you can find me while I'm driving, yeah. You can find me on the road, yeah. Let me know down in the comments what you think of my new bike, if this is a good idea, a bad idea, if you guys want to see more cyclocross on the channel, or if you just want to stick to triathlon. Also, let me know what you think of the vlogs. I'm going to try to make more vlogs as soon as possible, but it's kind of tough with school and everything, but I'll do my best. So that's it for this video. Like and subscribe as always. Thanks for watching, and never stop